Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Today on the Kit Hoarder Stash, we're going to look at a tank. I do a few of those. So, anyway, this is an old kit. It's not something brand new we're reviewing. It's been redone by some other companies and they've done some pretty good work with it. But this is an oldie, but a goodie. And it can be picked up cheap, so it's right up my alley. We're going to look at the M48A3 Patton by Tamiya, and this is an old kit, but it can be picked up cheap. $10 is what I paid for that. So, but you can see it's been riding around in the Mustang for a bit, so the box is a little bit damaged. It's okay. Let's take a look at the kit, shall we? Good old Tamiya instructions, which I don't mind. Yeah, this is an old Tamiya kit. This used to be, I guess you could put batteries and a motor in it and make it motorized and do a real cool toy. Yeah, well, I wouldn't do that, but anyway. Oh, it's got the option to have the snorkel on the back end. That's pretty neat. So, couple of figures that are early Tamiya. Yeah, they're not very good. It's got the infrared light for it. The A3s had. You know, I know that there's problems with this kit and people dog it for different reasons. It doesn't have a certain level of detail or this, that, or the other thing. Look, I think you can build, because I have built this thing before, like 30, 40 years ago when it first came out, and I know that you can build a decent replica with this kit. So we're going to actually do that here one of these days. Got some markings for Marine Corps or just Army, and they are in a little baggie here, so they are safe from the dreaded trunk monster that damaged the box. So that's good. Did you remember to include your payment? Did you clarify? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Something from MRC. Is there a date on this? Oh, I see a 1985. So, sometime in the 80s. Woohoo! The upper deck. Handles are molded in. I'm fine with that. This sprue, we have just a bunch of odds and ends. Looks like the figures that I am going to go ahead and use them. We'll see how we can make it look with them. The Modus, which doesn't have much detail. Wheels, tires, a couple of, looks like duffel bags that we can put on it. So some stowage. The gypsy rack. Yeah, everything looks to be pretty good. I mean, you know, typical Tamiya kit of that era should assemble pretty easily. Rubber band tracks. I know people hate rubber band tracks. I love rubber band tracks, especially on US vehicles, because, well, there's just really not a whole lot of slack in them, and yeah, I'm fine with them. So good for me. I've got some rubber band tracks. Yay. Little bit of texture on the hull, on the turret. So yeah, I think this is gonna. I built it many years ago, as I said, and it turned out pretty good then. But by what I would build today, let's see how it turns out. So maybe later this year we'll go ahead and put this thing together and do a nice Vietnam version of it, or not. Maybe we'll do something else, but regardless, we will build this one, and I think I'll have a lot of fun doing it. This looks like a kit that could be built, I would say most of the assembly could be done in a weekend. and then you would need to paint and finish it. So for me, this is probably a couple of weekend job. So right up my alley. That's exactly what I like to do, is, you know, stuff that only takes 2 to 3 weekends. So anyway, there you go. Just kind of a quick review from the stash on the M48A3 from Tamiya. Very, very old kit, and like I said, one that I think I can turn it into something pretty decent. So I'm not too worried about if I want to put a little texture on it, I can do that. So anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on the stash.